Another question from the story of Daniel in the lion's den. Why does Daniel persist to pray openly when he knows that it's going to condemn him and cause him harm? Why does he not pray in secret? And the answer to that question, I have two words: unfaithfulness and faithfulness. I'm picking up from my sermon last Sunday, May 31st, where I stated that Daniel understood that God commanded him to love him with his whole heart, soul, and might, that he was called to live in complete obedience to God. And you might also see from picking up from my last Menno minutes on June 2nd, that God had commanded blessings and cursings upon the Israelites depending upon their fidelity to keep his commandments. Now the Israelites had worshipped other gods, breaking the first commandment, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me," among others, which caused God to send the Israelites into exile to Babylon. They were unfaithful, they were unable to keep his covenant faithfully, agreement that they had made with God. So now Daniel finds himself in Babylon, and a new edict is given by the king of Babylon, wherein it says that no one is allowed to make any pleas or petitions to any other god besides the king for 30 days. And Daniel hears this command, and we know and we hear that he goes right away to his room, to his upper room, to the window, and prays as he always does. And so the question is, well, why does he do that? Why does he pray openly? Well, it has to do with faithfulness. Unfaithfulness, worshiping other gods, is what got or landed Israel in exile. And it is through faithfulness, Daniel understands, that God will bring them home. Harm was brought to Israel by their unfaithfulness. And Daniel now says, it is through faithfulness that God will restore us, come what may. If Israel had a chance of being restored, it must come through faithfulness to the Lord God on pain of death. And that is why Daniel prays openly. This has been another Menno Minute.